Y'all see the swords? Y'all see the swords? They are minus 40 in here. The clip you just seen against me with the Boomer Knights was minus 40. And if you don't think that's a hard thing to do, go in the shooting range right now, put it at minus 40, and turn them Knights on. I promise you that quick. Matter of fact, I'll show you right now. I'll show you right now how quick these Knights kill you in minus 40 when you turn them on. Pause. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Right. Watch how quick they kill me when I turn them on. Okay, that ain't no easy feat that I just did. Just letting y'all know that. Okay, 1,000 Boomer Knights shooting at you like that is not easy to do. That is crazy. So that just shows the survivability of this build. What up, guys? Alchemist here. I got something nice for you. I'm sorry for the Warlock drip. I ain't saying this look bad, but I started a Warlock and Titan. I don't have ornaments and stuff for the Warlock and Titan, much as my hunters. So like, the drip is like bare minimum. Okay, I gotta get my catalog up there. Okay, but today's build came to be because me and my brother was talking, like, when we made our new characters for, because he was a Titan main, he made a hunter and a Warlock, and we both said with Warlocks, they're fun to play with. I love playing with Warlock now, but there's one issue with Warlocks that Titans and hunters do not lack at, and that's survivability with damage reduction. Warlocks have no type of damage resistance, I swear to God, no matter what build you use. Whether it's solar, well, nah, solar, they got restoration times 2. But if you want to use a broken build, you can't use restoration times 2. Void, they got no overshield. Devour is good, but there's no void overshield in there or invisibility. Freaking Arc, okay, Arc just for everybody. M5 just good, okay? Can't really say anything about Arc, okay? But freaking Stasis, everybody's in the same league. Strand, they just now getting Wolf and Mail and Strand, right? While Titans and Hunters was able to sever enemies and get Wolf and Mail at the same time, then Hunters was able to make clones, right? And then Prismatic, Hunters got exotic class item. They give them Wolf and Mail. They got Ascension to pop whenever they want for Amplified, and don't have to hit an enemy anything to it. Just do it. And we can make a clone or go invisible while we popping Ascension. So Wolf and Mail, Ascension, Distraction. Titans can throw their Sentinel Shield to give them a Void Overshield, which is the strongest damage reduction in the game, which is 70% damage reduction, and you get health. They can get knockout, so any melee kill they get amplified. So that together is already Void Overshield amplified. And then they can just run a super or something to get Wolf and Mail, something like that, right? And what I just named was without a class item. That's just them in a regular kit. And same thing with Hunter, regular kit except the exotic class item for the Wolf and Mail. So Warlocks, for damage reduction, the only thing they can rely off of is Lightning Surge. And Lightning Surge, the word it throws you off here, it does not tell you. But with Lightning Surge, when you do Lightning Surge, you automatically get amplified without killing anybody. As long as you damage somebody with Lightning Surge, you get amplified. But the game doesn't tell you that. So, you know, in case you're a Warlock player and didn't know that, Lightning Surge automatically give M5 from just hitting people. It does not have to be a kill. I don't know why they don't tell you that in their whoever just subscribed, welcome to the community, welcome to the family, brotherhood, or sisterhood if you're a woman. But yeah, they don't tell you that. I don't know why the game don't tell you that, but that is very important. So once I realized that, I said I gotta make an unkillable build for Warlocks with damage reduction because they need it. So of course we went with Devourer in the build, right? We in the subclass, so I'm just gonna go through it. So we got Amplified on with Lightning Surge. We got Devourer on with Feed the Void, and of course we get improved health and grenade energy compared to Titans and Hunters, right? I got on Cold Snap Grenade to freeze enemies, so when I freeze them, I can Lightning Surge into them to get that extra melee damage with the Shatter, which is amazing. We got Arcane Needle on, so we get 3 Lightning Surges. And we got Healing Rift on, so I can camp in it while I got my DR on to survive anything, right? We got on Nova Bomb, so that when we pick up an Orb of Power while we got Faster to Purpose on, we get a Void Overshield. While we here with Fragments, we got on Faster to Sacrifice, so while I got an Arc, Solar, or Void buff on, aka Devour on Nonstop Amplified, and Restoration in this build. we'll get Dark Transcendence energy from ability Final Blows, aka Lightning Surge. We got on Faster Awakening, so now we do get them Lightning Surge kill on multiple enemies, we'll get Ionic Trace, which will give us more ability energy for all our abilities. We got on Faster Balance Zone, so we get 3 kills of light damage, or light element or dark element. You get grenade energy, 10% grenade energy or 10% melee energy. For us, Lightning Surge is gonna kill a group of enemies, so that's extra melee energy for the Lightning Surge to keep spamming. And dark energy, that'll be just us killing people with our regular gun, aka Navigator in this build. Faster Purpose, and then Faster Protection for the 15% damage reduction. So with this alone, we got 15% damage reduction from Amplified, and the enemy's mystery shots as we slowly move to left or right, which is good, right? So there go the damage reduction and the distraction, like invisibility or a clone out there or whatever, right? So 15% from this. Every time we kill somebody, we get basically our full health back and grenade energy. So now we got healing factor and damage reduction. By the way, I had some Warlocks try to say in my other video that Devour is enough for defense. No, it's not. When you're doing harder end content, Devour is not enough. You need damage reduction in the game when you're doing harder content stuff, okay? Just want to put that out there. In any type of RPG type game, you always want to have a buff on you that strengthens you or make you more tankier, okay? And then also a buff to make you do more, a debuff on the enemies to make them do less to you or something like that, disorient them, whatever, okay? But anyway, we got Devour for heal factor in this build, okay? We got Faster Protection on to give us another 15% damage reduction, and then of course we go Transcendence, it goes up to like 30%. We got on Faster Protection on to give us Void Overshield from picking up Orbs of Power on the ground. Void Overshield 70% damage reduction and Overshield, so extra health to our health bar for more survivability, okay? The weapon used in this build is the Navigator. Navigator give us Whooping Mail for 10 seconds as long as we shoot somebody, our teammate with it to get them Whooping Mail, or we shoot enemies with it for a sustained amount of damage. A sustained amount of time, and gives Whooping Mail for 10 seconds. Okay, and then of course they buff the Navigator while you get Whooping Mail, it does bonus damage. And Navigator sever enemies that it shoot, making them do, I believe, what is it, 40% less damage when someone severed, 40 or 50%. So more survivability. We're getting Whooping Mail for that extra 45% damage reduction. Okay. If you don't want to use Navigator because you're just not a fan of it, swap your super to Needle Storm instead. And then the other exotic I'm gonna recommend is the Mana Core. You gotta have the Catalyst though. The Catalyst on Mana Core make it that while you're airborne, you get damage reduction, the enemy's mystery shots shooting at you just like Amplified, and as you do sustained damage to enemies, you get a Void Overshield while you're shooting in the air. So that will be the way you get your Overshield on you non-stop, and then whenever you pick up Orb Power, you get 5 seconds of Whooping Mail. So that's the way you can flip it, and then you can still get your Mint Retrograde in your build if that's what you're worried about for like damage. So that'll be the swap off exotic you would do in this build. Okay, we got Year Tide in this build, and they got Heal Clip on it. Not like we need it because the Devour gonna be killing, but in case an enemy shoot us after we kill an enemy something, we can reload this and get Heal Clip to give us extra health in that scenario, right? And then we just got Strong Heavy on us. We're using Hiatus, Elemental Honing. We do have all 5 elements in this build, so you will get ×5 Elemental Honing to do some damage with that rocket launcher. The exotic we're rocking in this build is Karnstein Armless. If you don't know what Karnstein Armless do, melee and finisher final blows instantly grant cure, just a bump of health, just like Devour, and provide restoration for a short duration. We're here for the restoration. So if I kill an enemy, right? If I kill an enemy with a melee, if I Lightning Surge this Revenant Knight right now, it's probably gonna be too many buffs on the left side, so I'm waiting for Whooping Mail to disappear. If I kill this Knight with Lightning Surge, I'll get restoration ×1 and cure health. You won't see it that much. I gotta move out the way some. There you go, restoration. Gonna be on for like a good seconds, like 7-8 seconds. Good time, right? You're gonna have a lot of buffs going on in this build. That's why I gotta break down everything so you know how many damage reduction and healing you got going on in this build and why I was able to survive that onslaught of knights. So that's restoration ×1. But if you get a finisher move off, which y'all seen I did, you get restoration ×2 for 8 seconds. And if y'all don't know how strong restoration times 2 is, that gives you an idea of it. It's hard to kill you. If you got any type of damage reduction on, while you got restoration times 2, you're unkillable. You're not dying. Okay, so we got Karnstein on this build. Okay, artifact. We rocking our champions stuff, so we can deal with every champion, right? We got on tightly woven since we're rocking navigator, so this gives plus 20 class ability and grenade stat always. We got threadling proliferation and pack tactics on, so that I can make threadlings while I'm using navigator and severing them, debuff them. So you get threadlings in the build as well. We got refresh threads on. Sorry if y'all hearing upstairs noise, they working right now. We got refresh threads on, where picking up elemental pickup give you your least charge ability back. This helps us get our lightning surges back quicker. We got on fever and chill, so if I'm using a solo weapon like I am, I get radiant when I get precision shots. You can also mix it up too. If you put on Metacore and you don't want to put on mint retrograde, you could put on a stasis weapon and get frost armor in the build as well. You know, try to stack everything. Okay, we got on elemental coalescence, so we can make some void breaches with our no bombs, get our rift back quicker. And then also that worked with refresh threads to get some melee charge back. Tangle web, we use navigator, so if they die, suspend them in the air. And then I got shield crush on because I will have Woven Mail on this build, void overshield in this build, so our melee recharges faster and do more damage. We will have amplify in this build as well, so we'll be doing more damage for our lightning surge in this build, and we can get radiant in this build. Okay, so stats you want to go for in this build. I didn't have the perfect stats I wanted. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't have the perfect armor that I wanted for this build. You want to get 200 melee, so your lightning surge do more damage, obviously, so it confirm that kill. Even though you don't have to confirm the kill to get amplified, you know, just you want some damage in this build, right? After you get 200 melee, I will opt into going for 160 weapon stats, so you always have ammo for your navigator. If you're not using navigator, then I will opt into something like above 100 class ability, and then you can go with Phoenix Dive instead, and then whenever you Phoenix Dive, you get an overshield just to ump up more of that survivability in the build whenever you want to. Okay, but if you're doing Rift, then you don't really need over 100 class ability. I would just say go 200 melee stat, and then go like 100 super stat, so you can spam your Nova Bomb, something like that, right? But if you use a navigator, you want to make sure you always have ammo for navigator, because you will be spamming it for Woven Mail. And in that case, 200 melee, 160 weapon stat. Okay. Now, armor pieces. You got a free mod slot. You just want to run Solar and Strand Dual Siphon to make orbs with the navigator and your solar weapon. And then we got Special Ammo Finder to help with navigator getting its ammo. You will be rocking 3 heavy-handed, so whenever you kill enemies with your melee, you will always make an orb of power. So if I pull out this Acolyte, and then I Lightning Surge, right? If I Lightning Surge, that orb make an orb, and I automatically pick it up and get a Void Overshield. And you just keep doing this all day, keep making an orb to pick up, to always have a Void Overshield while you're doing your Lightning Surges, so that you can be tanky while you run in on enemies, and at the same time you'll be amplified as well. So, and you have Devour. So just Lightning Surging alone give you a Void Overshield, which is 70% damage reduction and extra health, Amplified 15% damage reduction, and Devour, so that you get your health back whoever you kill after that. So just amazing. You can spam that all day inside Transcendence, right? Then we have our resist mods. Melee damage resistance, because you're doing Lightning Surge, so you're always going to be close to enemies, so that's 15% damage reduction. And then whatever activity you're in, throw that element resistance, so that's stacked with the melee resistance with the 15%. And then I got Strand Ammo Generation, get plus 20 to Navigator in its ammo generation stat, so that Navigator has 80 ammo generation stat instead of 60. Okay. Leg piece, we got better already on for pick up orb, start health regen in case we didn't get the melee kill. This is how we're going to start our health regen with Devour and stuff on. Orbs of Restoration on with Invigoration. Lightning Surge should always be your least charged ability, so stack these two together with the orb and you'll get a chunk of melee energy back. Stack that with the artifact in with your subclass with the Iron Traces and the Void Breaches, and you'll be getting your lightning surge back a lot quick, like very consistently until you get your prismatic where you spam it all day. Class ability, class item, you gotta have on proximity ward. You gotta have on proximity ward. In the clip, y'all seen I had red health, was finna die. I got the finisher move off, and when I did finish a move, it gave me a tanky overshield. So even though they were shooting heck of shots at me, it didn't matter. The finisher move was going to finish through. And then once it finished over, once the finisher move finished, I got cured, restoration ×2, and I was able to continue my combo going without them killing me. Proximity ward is mandatory. Outreach. So whenever you use your rift, you get melee energy back, and then Reaper, whenever you use your rift, you can kill somebody, make an orb. Again, you do not have to run rift, you can run Phoenix Dive, okay? That's the build, okay? So in this build, you got restoration ×1 or 2 if you get a finisher move. You got a Void Overshield on, you got Woven Mail on, you have Amplified on, you have Devourer on, you get Cure whenever you get that melee kill or finisher move off. You got Devour as well. This is the unkillable Warlock build. Again, if you don't like Navigator, you use Mana Core or a weapon that has Repulsor Brace to give you a Void Overshield, Repulsor Brace and Destabilizer rounds. And then your primary can be, your slot up here can be Mint Retrograde if you want to have Mint Retrograde on. It can be Mint Retrograde and freaking Mana Core or a weapon that got Destabilizer rounds or Repulsor Brace. You can definitely go that route, like Word of Crow or something, right? All up to you. I just prefer Navigator because Navigator made Wood Mail stay on for 10 seconds. I didn't like that Wood Mail's only staying on for me for 5 seconds with Needle Storm on. So with the Nova Bomb, I was able to get the Void Overshield, extra health and stuff, and then have Wood Mail on for 10 seconds with Navigator and sever them at the same time. So dealer's choice, okay? But that's the build. Y'all seen how tanky it is. This is the unkillable Warlock build. This is y'all damage reduction build, so y'all don't die and y'all can go into the fray like Titans and Hunters, where we just be running up on enemies and never dying because we got Amplified and Woven Mail and stuff on all day and Void Overshield and whatnot. Anyway, so if you're a Hunter main, this is how you replace the whole feeling of wanting Woven Mail and Ascension non-stop, Amplified non-stop on your Warlock, just like your Hunter. Anyway, love you guys, appreciate you guys always, and until next time, stay up.